I didn't know who you were. Oh my goodness.
Check, check. Hey, am I in the right spot? I'm good now? I'm in there?
Yeah.
Alright, I was trying to stay out the way, I guess. So let's try this again. Coming to the stage, musician, out of the land of my way, the Carolinas, JJJ! Oh, clap up. Hey! Things have changed since the changing day. Hey, here we go. See, I live in stem, I'm so ready to blow, so ready to blow. They call me Black Dynamite. Alright, so that point right there, y'all been to a cookout, you get that, hey, your favorite song, come on, you in the building, this your favorite song today, okay? So when I tell y'all what they call me, which is Black Dynamite, I need y'all to, hey, 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 them pancakes was dope, oh, them potatoes was good too. I hope y'all love me a little bit too. Alright, y'all got me? Okay, let's try it out. They call me Black Dynamite. They call me Black Dynamite. They call me Black Dynamite. Oh, let's see it. I heard them say it. They didn't mean it. They said it in my eyebrows, California dreaming. Bright lights, big stage, you ain't ready to sell first week when paid. Like a money to the every hour. Pack my suitcase, roll my tie. Play till lights, no limit, be so black, cause more time. Drop big sweet dreams, run away, woman, to the living being scenes. I'm about to be on it. She knows she's the only one that knows it. So she didn't realize my opponent. But telling me she do whatever it is I'm broken. Groupie love relationships, they never last. See, I'm on for the legacy. Future me the past. You got it. Oh, you a tambourine today. Things have changed since I changed my name. The changing day. Oh, no. See, I live this dim. I'm so ready to blow. So ready to blow. They call me what? Black Dynamite. Hey! Alright, that's what I thought. Y'all call me on guard. I ain't ready for y'all to be ready. Alright?
You might as well. You might as well.
They call me what? You know me like backwash. Remember why I stay fly? Y'all get that line though? Like when you think about backwash, you be like, yeah. You know me like backwash. Remember why I stay fly? I'm just that guy. They don't let him. Who makes you this style? They got blackness. Not a game, no practice. Me against the atlas. Makes it easy to keep spinning like a balance. Calling me the hitman. Fighting them with Alice. Yes. You name my guitar and see assassin. Never sure you know me. Once upon a time, Mexico was no longer make believe me. And I'm killing this surreal. Picking all love, think I sing around the pill. Check the roof out, sing the windows, make it kill it, think it ready, go with nothing, shit, you ready, stick your head up to the wall. You know. We get it in right. Things have changed, since I changed my name to JJ Day. Oh, no. See, I live to So I was really debating on which song to do. Never mind, my hand moved and it told me where I was going. So, especially with this award show and all these curvy ladies, petite ladies, all ladies. I ain't discriminating out here. I know the flyer might discriminate a little bit, but you know, I see a lot of different ladies in here. I'm not discriminating. But this song, y'all gonna help me sing it. What this is. This is my new baby. I'm playing her, and this is her first performance. So you know, clap it up for her. Any names y'all want me to name her, y'all let me know. Joanne, Takesha, whatever. You know, I'm out here in these streets looking for names for my new guitar. The song goes a little. So baby, don't you hurt no body. Curves like a country road, take you where you wanna go. You look like you've been doing your Pilates is all that I can do to. Now I wanna touch on you, on you. Y'all got me? So all you gotta remember is body and you on the team right now. You might get up here in quiet practice at 5 tomorrow. Alright, so body and Pilates, let's try it out. So baby, don't you hurt, no. Don't be shy. So baby, don't you hurt, no. Cause like a country road, take you where you wanna go. You look like you've been doing, yeah. It's all that I can do to. Now I wanna touch on you, on you, on you, on you. On you, on you, on you, yeah. On you, on you, on you, yeah. Let's see that. Hey, can't hide that in your boyfriend jeans. Dang girl, you still busting out of those scenes, yeah. All she had was 6 strings in a dream, yeah. To put the whole entire city on the team, yeah. Maybe we should take our talents on the seas, yeah. Break from Paris, have a cabinet ways, yeah. Have a queen, meet a queen, bring her from England. I see you cheesing, and you don't have to worry about what we do. No, we good, like country road. No, we good. Y'all ready? So baby, don't you hurt, no. Curves like a country road, take you where you wanna go. You look like you've been doing, yeah. It's all that I can do to. Now I wanna touch on you, on you, on you, on you, on you, on you, yeah. On you, yeah. Now this second verse is one of my favorite verses. I say, oh, I'm just sing like that moment, right? Felt good at the time, you know. So this second verse is one of my favorites. It goes a little something like this. Hey. Take time to find privacy. Love me even when you're mad at me. It's your third eye and watch you sleep. It's a memory that I will always keep. Intelligence ain't never looked so good. That face that you make is understood. I guess we gotta find some privacy, yeah. And you don't have to worry about what we do. No, we good, country road. No, we good. Already, so baby, don't you hurt, no. Cause like a country road, take you where you wanna go. You look like you been doing, yeah. It's all that I can do to. Now I wanna touch on you, on you, on you, on you, yeah. On you, on you, on you, yeah. On you, on you, on you, yeah. I'll chase love with you. Oh no, no, I'll chase love with you. Oh no, no, I'll chase love with you, baby. I'll chase love. Oh, You look like you can do it, yeah. Ooh, it's all I can do. It's all I can do. Tonight I wanna turn on you, on you. Thank you. We got one more for y'all. We got one more. Boss lady, you don't see her. She's gonna mess up. Be up here for a long time. I got one more for y'all. What y'all want? Y'all want something bluesy? Y'all want something trappy? Give me something. Hey, you know I know where I'm at out here. Trap. Jay said trap. That sound good out there? Hey, fuck that. If you're an entrepreneur out here, you paying your bill, you doing your thing, you feeling good, you looking good, all these haters you ain't sweating on, you. I want you to say, shout out to me. Oh, you better stop here. Hey, it's ready to get. I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to make sure y'all get good. Don't have me up here. Don't hype me here. Say on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Shout out to me. See, I'm grown without enough patience. Man, I should have done blown out these people like the money. That's why I left my stack and my paycheck. Don't give this boy your ears. Best believe you're taking them out. If she's ever taking these, then she best believe she's gonna get out. They say I'm out like a home in mine. With 2 chicks in the bell right. Oh, out, let's step inside. I'm not that deep, I'm just that guy. Good tone in the studio. My word changes at the tone. Get a little kiss on up in my zone. Girls yell out. Love that song. So wake up in the morning, 2 girls putting them glow. Never been the one taking, think about 2 beautiful girls, man, even like a damn who's like, I don't ever wanna be wrong. I want my money long. So shout out to people that call it. Shout out to proving them right. Shout out to living this life. Shout out to people that grind up there. Shout out to people that party all night. Shout out to her and her friend for definitely keeping it tight. Man, we only living this moment, but we definitely doing it right. So shout out to me. I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, hey DJ, you better stop. I'm telling you, you'll be here all night. Don't make me feel like I got a hit up here, bro. Lord, here to stay hungry. Ladies don't love me. Hey, girls out here on me. I say truth is lovely. I say even on my grind. Even these fake hitters behind. These girls whisper they love me. Truth is, they lie. That's how money goes inside. Live this moment like it was done. They chasing after that thing. I want to drive you insane, but it's hard to lose my mind when it gets the hands with right. That's it, taking over this world. With or without your love, man, I'll make it better. Don't like me. Call me Brian, get plenty kid, give them cocktails and drinks. She's upset, her friends are big. Spit that money, spit that queen. Money, back, price, money. You were once upon a time, I never was. Now all there is, ooh, breathe. Shout out to people that call me, shout out to people that right, shout out to living this life, shout out to people that grind all day, shout out to people that party all night, shout out to her and her friend, but definitely keeping it tight. Man, we only live in the morning, but we definitely doing it right, so shout out to me. I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm stuck in this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm stuck in. my life. Is that all right, everybody? So before I leave, I like to have my people help me and critique me on my Grammy speech. You understand? All right. So okay, what do I want? Best artist of the year. Let's go with new artists. I'm humble. All right. New artist of the year, JJ Day. Shout out to people that know it. Shout out to proving them right. Shout out to living this life. Shout out to people that grind all day. Shout out to people that party all night. Shout out to her. Shout out to her and her friends for definitely keeping it tight. Man, we only live in a moment. But we gotta be turning around. Shout out to me. So shout out to me. Man, I'm taking this moment, but shout out to me. Oh man, I'm taking this moment, what? Shout out to me, boom, boom. So shout out to me, boom. Hey, nigga! Man, he was on cue with everything. I need to ball it in. They keep on tour with me out here dropping booms. You know what I'm saying? One more time. So shout out to me. All I'm missing is some fire. Hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. My name is JJ Day. That's 2 J's, last name D-A-E. You can find me on Instagram, y'all. Follow me. I am JJ_DAE is my Instagram. I am JJDay.com. I got a single out there. You can find it. Google. It's everywhere. Google Play. Apple Music. All that stuff. I do birthdays. I do weddings. I do get-togethers. I do pregnancies. I do breakups. I do get-togethers. Alright, but I'm Googleable. Y'all go Google me, man. Thank y'all for listening and enjoy the rest of the night. Y'all have a lot of great things coming, and congratulations to all the people that won something. You deserve it, because I know that lady knows her stuff.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you so much. Instagram is it's JJ_DAE. Gonna be the hood hippie out here in these streets. Woo! Thank you, guys. Shout out to me, hey.
Oh, we got another guest that's about to come on, man. Real talented. I've seen her perform before. She is funny as hell. She's funny as hell. So I want to go ahead and introduce comedian Jen Thomas from the Cat Williams Tour.
So bad, so real. Riding, it's big tall hills, big fat checks, big large bills, growing up big like 10 car bills, cold. I get raw chill, 10 different looks in my lips. So careful. Y'all ready to get that? We're gonna work it today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've been asked to lead a prayer for the morning, so if everybody would just take a moment and let's just bow in thanksgiving for this great occasion. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we bless you, we thank you, we honor you, God, and even in this moment we worship you. And God, we just thank you for every blessing, for every answered prayer, for every open door and opportunity, and thank you for this wonderful occasion today, oh God, where we've come to celebrate these wonderful women who have made such a wonderful contribution to this world, oh God. And we just thank you, God, for their lives and for all the wonderful things that you poured into them. And Lord, we just thank you, God, that you've given all of us, oh God, a specific calling and something that we should do. And today, God, we release creativity in the atmosphere. We release, Lord God, opportunities and open doors into the atmosphere. We thank you, God, for creative minds and new designs and new books and new products, God, and great increase and prosperity, God. We thank you. We declare increase in this building, oh God. Thank you, God, for a fresh anointing that falls upon each person, each entrepreneur, oh God. We thank you, Lord, God, that even as we are in this place today, you are preparing something great for us, even as we sit in this place. God, even when we go to sleep at night, thank you for dreams, oh God, as we walk throughout the day, oh God. Thank you for open minds, oh God, that are open to receive the creativity that you have for us, to do something new that we've never done, to have something that we've never had. We thank you, God. Lord, your word has said, now unto him who is able to do exceeding and abundantly above all that we're able to ask for a thing, according to the power that works within us. So we speak right now to the power within us, oh God, that even when we leave this place, we're going to leave here refreshed, oh God. We're going to go back, oh God, with new ideas, new titles for books, oh God, new workshops, new seminars, God, Lord God, new music, God, Lord, new poems. God, we just thank you, Lord, God, that you are able to do all that we ask you to do. Now bless in this place, and we ask a special blessing for Regina. Thank you for her heart. Thank you, God, for her creativity. Thank you for her pushing others to success. And even as she pushes others, oh God, Lord, we thank you that you're pushing her through to destiny moves. And we declare it right now, God, in the matchless and the powerful name of Jesus. The people of God say amen. Amen. And amen. Amen.
Thank y'all so much. You working on the feed on this? You got a lot of feedback. How y'all doing? I'm back again. Y'all nervous? We trying to get the sound right. The DJ, we hired him from the tip service. He said he was available. So we were like, hey, come in. We got a thing going on here. He was right down the road. He just had equipment in his trunk. We were like, just pull up. We had seen you with his hair when he ready, and he had put on his again to see. Look, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, the aggression. All right, there we go. Now we got to start over. I need a whole other song. That feed was killing me. That my ear. The pastor was preaching. I thought God had came in the building. Anybody else? I was like, the angel just touched down. Pastor, we thank you. I was hoping you put in child support, but you don't care about my problems. You know that? He was like, I wanted him to say the cash app is going to blow up. The baby daddy said the check is in the mail. He said, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, pay your child support. I thought the Holy Spirit was going to speak to the pastor, but apparently, where he at? He don't know my problems. I should have whispered to him and asked him could he intercede for Jesus. I said, no, I'm waiting on the child support, man. I was like, he was like, everything is about to take off. I said, oh, Lord, fill my tank God in church, though. Girl, they bring all kinds of stuff. I woke up in the spirit, they had me covered up with tents, sheets. I see somebody car cover. I say, y'all know what? Y'all play too much here now. You got to be careful when you're playing with the Lord. You better know that you're fit for Jesus. You hear me? You can take off. You young. You like you a sprint. She like she a sprint for the Lord. She be hollering at those young kids and it make me feel bad in church. Don't they be jumping, they be mixing it up. I'm like, hold up. That is not the Holy Spirit. My son hit it. I said, what? They don't think we don't go to church, boy. Oh, no. My son didn't make me shame in church. They don't know the church rules. I got to talk to my kids. Like, come on now, look here. My son had a testimony. Oh, okay, Pastor, I got a testimony. I said, boy, don't play in here. Can you please, the other day my mama cooked a full meal. I said, boy, come on now. You making me shame in front of the pulpit. We're going to keep this thing rolling. I got to call up my girl. She is the one that put this event together. She is amazing. I can't name all the stuff she done did, so I'm not even going to try because y'all know her. Y'all put your hands together for the one, the only, Regina.
To be here with you guys. I'm going to try not to cry. My lashes off. But it has been a fight to get here today. And so I know that there are people in this room whose lives are going to be changed. That you're going to be blessed by some of the things that happened in this room today. And God gets all the glory for everything that happens here. This is the second annual Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Awards and our fourth annual Awesome Girl Awards. Today we're going to be celebrating 10 amazing women and 6 awesome girls. And we got some big announcements today too. I got so much to say. I'm saying in a short time. For those who think we're running behind schedule, we're really not. If you know me, I always start an event 30 minutes before I want to start the event so that if we get off schedule, we on schedule. Does that make sense? So we are perfectly on schedule. I do want to give my thank yous first. I always do this at the beginning because you get to the end, you run out of time, you don't get to thank people. And I don't like that. First of all, to my Father in heaven for trusting me with this vision. You know, I gave a talk at a Red Tie Gala about a month or so ago, and I talked about how we all go through these phases of feeling unworthy to do what God has called us to do. And you have to recognize that He hasn't always called those that are qualified. He qualifies the call. And I can honestly say the things that I'm doing now, I didn't go to school for. I'm a chemical engineer by education. I went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. And my career has been in math. But now everything I'm doing is in media and coaching and all these other areas that I am not technically qualified to do. Does that make sense? But I'm anointed and appointed to do these things, so I do them. And I thank God because without Him, none of this is possible. And He continues to show up and show out and bless me in ways that I can't imagine. 2 days ago, this event looked like it was a mess, if that makes sense. You know, Lisa, stuff was going wrong, and people were calling saying, I can't make it, and all these other things were happening. And when those things happen, I always tell people, go back to the last thing God told you and stand there. And the last thing He told me was to do this event. So that's where I stand, and that's why we're here. And so we're going to have a great time. Yes, thank you to my Father in heaven, to my family that's not here, my son. I have to mention these names because these are the people behind the scenes that support me when y'all don't see me, right? These are the people that sacrifice. My son is here on Monday nights when everybody's gone cleaning this building. Does that make sense? Working behind the scenes, making sure mama is straight so that I can continue to run this race. So to my son Gabriel, my grandson King, my sisters, Pam and Alicia, my mother, my niece Olivia, my best friend Eric Pitts, who's been my friend since high school, and To my son's father, John Robinson. Y'all often hear me talk about my husband, John. We're currently separated. I'll say that. I can be very transparent. But let me tell you what God has done in my life through this man. He supports me like nobody else. Wow. We're in separate households. Wow. But everything I do, he supports. Wow. Financially and in every other way. Does that make sense? Yeah. If I need anything, John, I need this. Right. Somebody didn't pay this or this. I got you. And the money is in my account in minutes. Wow. So I have to edify the man that continues to be the man God sent him to be for me, even in the midst. To my friends and family, my RSGN family, Robin Shockey, raise your hand. Y'all seen Robin? Focus forward with Robin. We got Team Bride Tribe in the back, Michelle English and Cindy Brooks. Dr. Norma Collins just left. You know, we started Regina Sunshine Global Network with a vision to do positive media. Right. To create this space where we can put programs on air that you can sit down and watch with your kids. Does that make sense? Yeah. And your grandmama and the entire family. And whenever I came out here and started this business, it was just me. There were no other shows in sight. I quit my job. God told me to quit my job. I came full-time in business. And I looked around and there was nobody here but me. But I did what God told me to do. And within a few weeks of me stepping out in faith to go full-time in business, to open this facility to do shows, people started showing up. Because it was about me taking faith moves. Do y'all understand? Faith is an action word. You show that you believe what God says by moving in the direction of the thing he told you to do. Not waiting for everything to show up, not waiting for all the resources. Because if you're waiting, you're saying, God, I don't trust you. I stepped out when there was nothing, there was no money, there was no funds, there were no people. And because I did what God told me to do, this amazing team that y'all see running around in here, Beverly Green, Clarissa Partlow, these people you see running around loving on me and loving on my people, it's because I stepped out in faith to do what God told me to do. And because I was obedient, he sent me what I call vision carriers. People who caught the vision. And they're running with it. And so our mission is not just positive media. It's media that gives us the opportunity to share a positive message so that we can be about the mission of changing people's lives. In this space, we hold public speaking classes. We hold talk show hosted classes. We hold town forums. We hold all types of events in this space because our goal is to grab the community, bring them in, let's unify, let's love on them, and let's send them back out to do great work in their community. Does that make sense? So you guys are looking to do something positive? Come see me. Let's have something in this space we continue to bring our families together. All right? To our vendors, you guys give our vendors a hand. I call them vendor partners because you can't put on events like this without partners who invest in your vision, invest in your dream, and show up and support you. So please see them. Christmas is right around the corner. Go buy some good stuff for yourselves and for some other people. Does that make sense? Well, there's only one or two other things I want to read. Let's see. Who didn't I mention, ladies? Jason J. Boy Carey with the Team Bride Tribe show. Christine Adams, our station manager. Barbara Baylor. We have a show here on Mondays called Sunflowers in Motion Live Line Dance Show. It's our health awareness piece. And so we do some type of health awareness, and then we dance for 45 minutes. We have a great time here in this studio. And also, Justin McNeil, our production team manager. I have to mention these names before we go forward. The only thing I want to do, I want to read one more thing, and then we'll get these awards started. You know, a lot of people ask me why I do the things that I do. Why am I on this mission? Why do you fight the fight that you fight every day? Because he called me. And when he called, I said I would go. I had someone ask me years ago, what types of events do you do? What types of events do you speak at? And I sent her an email back with this response. And she told me, you need to share that with people because they'll know your heart. And so I'm going to read this and we'll move on. It says, well, ladies, it's time to run. The message has to get out, and if not us, who? And if not, now when? Recently, a young lady asked me what types of groups was I willing to share with and where was I willing to go, and here was my answer. Wherever there's a woman who needs hope, I will go. Wherever a woman needs to know that there's someone else who's been where she is and overcame, I will go. Wherever there's a woman who needs to know that God loves her because she feels like nobody does, I will go. Wherever there are girls who need to know that they are worth waiting for, I will go. Wherever there's a broken woman who just needs to know another woman cares and will have her back, I will go. Wherever there's a woman who thinks that her life doesn't matter and just needs someone to tell her she's special, I will go. Wherever there are girls who need to know that they are not defined by the way they look, but by the God who made them, I will go. Wherever there are women who just need to know they're going to make it, no matter what the circumstances look like, I will go. There are women out there who need us today, who need help today, right now. Everything around them is dead, and they're dying inside. So Lord, send me. I'll go. That's why I do what I do. Because when I walk in a room like this, one of the things that God has gifted me with is to be able to see who's hurting. I can walk in a room and it's like a spotlight over their heads. She needs a hug. She needs a hug. She's hurting. And so he sent me so that I can be that light. So I can be that love. To show them that God loves them and he hadn't forgotten about them. Does that make sense? That's why we do what we do. And also to honor those who are out here doing the same thing. The women that will be honored on this stage today are changing lives on a daily basis. They are being that light. They are being that love. They're walking through this world changing lives. And I'm so honored that they will be here with us today so we have a chance to celebrate them. I thank you guys so much for being here. It's going to be a great morning. We got some surprises I can't wait to share with you. Thank you guys so much. I love you and welcome back to the stage, Jen Thomas.
Oh, y'all give it up for Regina. Oh, this mother damn feel like I want to rap now. Don't it feel like that? Here comes the brand new flavor. Yeah, what it is? Okay, cut it off. That's why I don't feel like you can rap that, but then you get nervous. Here comes the brand new flavor. Yeah. Clap it up for Regina. You're not gonna make me cry off my eyelashes. I was like, come on now, sister. She got a good man who support her, but my man done left me because I got a dream. You know what? I ain't hating on you. As soon as I was engaged, I'm talking about my life. Y'all don't got to be sad. I was engaged when I got the Cat Williams tour. My old man was like, you know what? You dreaming too big. It's over. And he left me. What hurt me? I'm like, you gonna leave me? What hurt me, man, when he left me? Not that he left me. It was that we done built a life together. Like, he left me after we done finally paid off this really center sofa. We done paid $79.99 for 72 months. Now he don't want to be with me. We done hid together, man. We done lied for each other. You know she ain't here. Go back. You know. And you gonna leave me? Cause I got a dream. Like, what happened to leaving somebody for cheating? When you start leaving people for want to be something? Come on now. I was like, man, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get somebody else. So the Lord's still working on my husband. But you know what? He can hold up because I ain't really ready to be no wife for real. I was kind of glad he called it off. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I ain't know men want you to cook daily. I was like, man, when has got the 4 for 4? Why you stressing me out? Pop that phone back to $5 box. You want me to get in here and cook? Man, come on. I pull up, you can pull up. You know, these women want to be a wife so bad. They all walk like 6'3", brown skin, well dressed, got his own wheels, take care of me. I went to the store, man. Ran into this man, 6'3", brown skin, looked good. He rolled up on me. He was in a wheelchair. He went, I forgot to say walking. Some of y'all want to laugh at that. That man rolled up on me. What I did? I'm like, hey. Lord, you play too much, you know. That man was ready to be mine. You know, we could have made a family, but anyway, we still together. Parking, you feel me? I was right here in the front, and I was walking. Okay, let me tell you something. Y'all gonna miss your blessing, cause you're gonna miss your blessing, you picky. We're gonna get this thing rolling. Y'all ready? Hold on, let me see what we're doing. Okay. I got a whole list. I feel like I'm ready. I'm preparing for the BET Awards. Next time you see that, you're gonna see Miss Jean. I'm like, Jean is the host. Give it up for the beautiful, kind of slim from the left. I'm slim on this side, man. Don't laugh too hard. That wasn't that funny. She went out with that thing, man. Come on, man. I've been working out. I lost 2 pounds. Me and my trainer going through something. Yeah. We're going to keep this thing going. We got a musical performance. Y'all ready for some live music? Y'all got to get more energy. If y'all want good performances, we need y'all to bring the energy up. We didn't get coffee either. You know, like I'm up here on favor and no child support. My child support ain't come yet, but I'm still feeling good, you know. My baby dad told me 17 weeks ago he had $25 on D-Way. It ain't came. All right, y'all. Y'all give it up for y'all. Put your hands together for none other than Christine.
How y'all doing? I'm Christina Gray. I guess it was wrong on that paper, but it's right now, okay? I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote. I wrote it like years ago, looking at a rose, but I had a son 2 years ago, well, almost 2 years ago, and it made more sense then. So, with women, we automatically become mothers, whether we are natural mothers, whether we become actual biological mothers, or whether we become mothers of the world. We're all mothers. And our nature is to love. So I'm going to ask our DJ, can you play?
Too true just to let go. Well, I hope
say midway. I love you on payday. That's my, you know what, y'all, it's a judgmental crowd. Y'all be judging me because I ain't your average girl. I don't want no love all the time. You want to call, you keep texting you. I'm busy. That unconditional sound like a commitment to me. Unconditional with the little running. He look like he'll be talking about what you doing afterwards. Going to sleep. I'm enjoying this single life. I go to work, I can go home and go to bed dirty. I don't even have to get in the shower. Y'all good. Y'all don't want to talk. It seems like you just sleep right on top of the clothes. I'm putting it up tomorrow. A man, you gotta do too much. You gotta get up early and do them clothes and fold up stuff. Me and me said they coming over. You gotta go in there and clean up your bathroom. Come on, man. Dudes know they gonna mess you up. A dude who come in your house always gotta act like he gotta use the restroom, try to look at the base of your toilet. Let me tell you something. Don't come over here judging me. I ain't in the mood. I ain't in the mood. That's why I'm single, man. You see that? Stay single, baby, okay? It's a lot of pressure. They don't tell you that when you're young. I wish somebody would have told me. Take your time, travel the world. Oh, man. All right. It's all good when you're single until you get at nighttime. That'd be different, though. Who's single here besides me? Okay, somebody else. Okay. Single ladies. Single ladies, you ever been so broke that when a dude asks you on a date, you really want to ask him for the money instead? He starts telling you all the places y'all want to go to get something. We go to the movie, we can swing by, go out of town. You like 26. Take you $100 on the light bill. I cook a little something. Y'all don't want to talk to me. I'm keeping this thing rolling. Now we ready for the awards now. So the person presenting a fashion award, put your hands together, keep the energy high for Nakia Poe.
Good morning, y'all. How are y'all? Good morning. Like she said, I am Nakia Pope. I am presenting the fashion award for my friend Shaquana Chappelle. Now, I am presenting an award for fashion, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about just a woman that she is in general. She's a woman of many hats, many talents, and many outfits. But she is just, she's a woman's woman. The first time I met her, it was almost as if I had already known her. She's genuine, she's supportive, she's encouraging, she shares her platform willingly with other women. She's a woman of influence, of impact. And I'm just so grateful to be here to be able to speak about the woman that she is. She is a confidence coach and a fashion enthusiast. She helps women to, build support encouragement about who they are, to put their outfits together with confidence, to walk into a room and to really be able to own that. She's here today. And I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm happy to be attached to you. I'm excited for what God has for you. This is just the beginning. So please help me welcome Shaquana Chappelle.
So, thank you all. Thank you, Regina. This is such a huge surprise. This is my first time being honored or awarded. So I'm super grateful and super blessed for it. And one of the things, she told us to prepare for a speech, but I guess one of the things that I wanted to say is that I remember years ago praying for purpose, asking God to bless me with the feeling of waking up every morning and being happy and fulfilled with what I'm doing every day. And so as I'm thinking about this award and thinking about what I'm doing, I'm super blessed to have God to do that for me. And like you and my friend said, I am an image coach and confidence enthusiast. And so I love to help women just build their confidence. I do own a nonprofit where we help to promote confidence and self-love to young ladies and women. And so every day I get to wake up and it just lights a fire in me to just wake up and do this. So it's such an honor to be honored for this and recognized because I never expected it. And sometimes I was telling my friends the other day that when I receive opportunities like this or I receive speaking opportunities or whatever, I sometimes question, why me? Why me? Like, I'm just out here just doing, whatever. Like, why me? And kind of similar to the Shout Out to Me song. I don't know where he is. We have to learn how to celebrate ourselves. We're out here, we're working hard, we're building, we're uplifting other people, and we have to take time to celebrate ourselves. So I am doing that. Celebrating my 6th anniversary today. I am celebrating myself. So I just want to say to all the women out there, confidence is definitely a journey. It's never a destination. I question myself sometimes, even though I speak about confidence to women. I always question or not always, but I question myself sometimes, and I have my little moments, but it's always about getting up and recognizing who you are and what you're made of. And so it's just always that beautiful journey of being confident. So thank you all again.
Y'all clap it up for her. Congratulations. You look so beautiful. All right, we're going to keep this thing rolling. The next award is for literature. We're going to call up Robin Burton.
I wrote myself. Okay. Lisa's been a medical administrator for 6 years. She's a certified life coach, a motivational speaker. She's CEO of Reach Back and Lift High, CEO of Generation Z Hair Empowerment Movement. She's a hairdresser for 30 years, and she's a published author. Having shared what she's accomplished, now let me share with you the person that she is. Lisa loves God, her family, friends, being creative, positive, energetic, funny, curvy, and confident. The love that Lisa has for people can be found in everything that she does. Lisa's relationship with God has always guided and sustained her. It was God's light shining through her that first connected the two of us. Lisa is the mother of 4 beautiful children, plus 4 bonus children. One of the many things I've always admired about Lisa is the confidence that she instilled in her children, especially her daughters. She taught a healthy balance between being humble, yet at the same time understanding their beauty and loving themselves. While doing hair, Lisa repeatedly observed our children, our young girls struggling with the view of their hair, themselves, so Lisa decided to write a book, Me and My Hair. The positive affirmations, together with the beautiful illustrations, remind both little girls and grown women alike what really matters is what's inside. Please join me in a warm round of applause for the 2018 Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Literary Award winner, my best friend, Lisa Hollis.
Because my best friend did not tell me at all that she was talking for me. So I'm just flabbergasted with that, trying not to cry. First of all, of course, giving honor to God, who without him, I'm nothing. I cannot do anything. I thank God for my parents who raised me to be the lady that I am. I thank God for my husband who's out of town, for my children. I have one there, Tanika. Yes. And I thank God for my best friend, Robin, who's always there for me. And I thank God for my granddaughter, who is just the joy in my life. I thank and praise God that he gave me the opportunity. He gave me this gift. And like Robin was saying, what happened was I was doing hair for 30 years, and I would do young girls' hair. And I would see their body language because they didn't like their hair. And I realized that they did not like their hair because they did not understand their hair, or they had self-esteem issues. So I went home and I wrote a book called Me and My Hair, which can be found on Amazon, Me and My Hair by Lisa Hollins. And then out of Me and My Hair birthed the Generation Z, where we go and speak with young girls, tell them they're beautiful. Their beautification is not really about this artificial stuff, which this is good, but really what matters is your heart. When your heart is good, when you have a good heart,
when you know who you are and what your worth is, then it simplifies and makes all this other stuff great. Amen? Amen. So again, thank you, Regina. Thank you so much for this honor, for even thinking about me and my book. I really appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. And I take your golden nuggets. And again, I thank you so much. God bless you.
Congratulations. Y'all clap it up for her. Next category, we have media. Give it up for Tina Bridges.
Hello. How are y'all this morning? I will be presenting this award to an author, speaker, dating coach, media personality, single mom mentor. Tinsley Bradford was born in Atlanta, Georgia. She's a single mom who knows all about single parenting while dating for years through her dating blog, Settle Free. And she also has a book called The Settle Free Dating Method for Women. She also does a mixer every 3 months where she have a panel of men and women to talk about their life of dating. And she also is a media coordinator. We do a lot of events together. And she's part of the Bold Magazine family, as I am as well. So I want to present this for her. She couldn't be here today. She's in Vegas. She's shooting the Soul Train Awards. So I am accepting the award for her. So y'all give it up for Tinsley Bradford.
Yeah, give it up, give it up, give it up. All right, we'll keep this thing rolling. The next category, we have the business category. Give it up for Tina Greer.
Hello, it's my honor to present a fabulous, dynamic woman of God today. She came into my life about a couple of years ago through a mutual acquaintance. And she just was really friendly, had a smile on her face, and she always wanted to help others. And she understood and knew that I had an organization and I wanted to create a foundation one day. And just like that, she said, I will help you. It's amazing when people step out and say, I will help you. You never know who God puts in your path. She has blessed me so much. When I was down, she'll sneak a DM, encourage me. And she also would put people in my place, invite me to events where the right people were, in order for me to gain the knowledge, in order to build me up. As a woman, as a businesswoman, as a mom. She has a fabulous son, and she speaks to women, and she trains individuals and foundations and organizations as it relates to nonprofits. She is my nonprofit coach. So I am so honored to be able to present to some and introduce to others Miss C. Nicole Henderson. I'm trying to fight back the tears. Where's Regina? Girl, you surprised me today. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I want to tell y'all, it's a blessing to bless others.
Amen.
It is truly a blessing to bless others. I called one of my male friends today. He's my spiritual brother. He's in New Orleans. He's taping. He's in films. And I told him about the award. And he said, well, you have a speech? And I said, well, she can tell me to write one. But, you know, I'm ready. Be ye ready at all times. But no, seriously, I want to thank Regina for honoring me and blessing me. And I want to thank my sister Tina, because you know I love you, girl. And I'm there for you. And, you know, God has really blessed me. I've been in this industry for over 25 years. And being able to help those who want to help others. Be able to help those who can help those who cannot help themselves. You know, be able to pray. And, you know, my business is a ministry. It's marketplace. And most of our businesses should be ministries.
It shouldn't be just being about the business. And now don't get me wrong, if you're a nonprofit, I tell you, it is a business. And you gotta treat it like a business. Whether you're a church or a ministry or a group home or a school or a university, you need to act like a business and treat it like a business. And so God has really blessed me. I have clients in about 42 states around the country. And it's just been a blessing to be able to serve people. And I'm coming more out from online to in person. So hopefully I see some of you all there. Amen. But it's just a blessing. Thank you so much, Regina. God bless you. I'm very honored. And you made me cry. Y'all give it up for her. Now you awesome. That's how you got to ride in your car, All right, the next category, my favorite part, this is my girl. This is youth empowerment. Y'all put your hands together for Regina Sunshine.
All right, you guys. Am I standing in the wrong place? What I'm doing wrong? There it is. All right. So our youth empowerment honoree is Miss Ivana Crispin. I'm going to read a couple things about her. Ivana Crispin is the visionary behind Blossoming Brown Girls, a girls-only community organization geared towards disadvantaged kids. As a child, Ivana had a deep yearning to do more for the community, to be their voice, to empower them, and to hold space where people could heal in the process. After graduating from college, she moved to Atlanta, and she finally met her tribe, this rich, melanated beings that not only supported her endeavors of healing the community, but they too were out in the streets doing the same, inspired to do what she could do to make blossoming brown girls come to fruition. Now, that's part of what I was going to read, but her grandmother surprised her and showed up here today, and I can't do this with grandma in the room and not call to the front. Lola Bonds, can you come to the front? Come on, grandma, I know you didn't expect it. So Ashley, come to the front too, and you can stand with me as we welcome our Youth Empowerment honoree for this year, Miss Ivana Crispin.
First, I just really want to share my life and why I got into nonprofit work to begin with. My grandmother raised me, and she raised my brother and I know it wasn't easy for her. And I know she did everything in her power, to make sure she was building us standards and norms and, how she wanted a girl to be, even how she wanted women to be cultivated into this life. And I think that's what really pushed me into doing work with young girls, especially young girls in shelters, in foster homes, and group homes. We have a creative arts program that deals with acrylic painting, yoga, meditation, gardening, all things
And so I came to the back and I had asked another sister, and I just turned around and seen her standing. And I just cried because, it's just good to have support. And just that overwhelming feeling of having support from your family. These girls really need our support as well. It takes nothing to inspire, be a mentor, or an advocate for someone in your community. You don't have to love them, you don't have to be part of your family or your spiritual family. They're people that are invisible to most. And they need you. And they need your encouragement and they need your love. So just take that with you today. Be the person that you have, or be the person that you did have, and share that with someone else. So, yeah. Thank you for
Y'all give her a hand. It is time for the Awesome Girl Awards. Are y'all ready?
Yay!
I look forward to this every award show that we do. If y'all don't know, we do the Boss Awards in June for the men and the boys. And of course, Curvy and Confident and Awesome Girls for the girls. I get excited because a lot of stuff I'm going to say here, nobody in the room knows but me. A lot of it is a surprise for these girls. And one of the reasons we started doing this is because so often in our school systems, kids are celebrated for academics and athletics. But nobody's talking about the artists, the entrepreneurs, those who are serving in the community, those that are gifted in other areas. And that's why we do this award show, so we can honor those that are gifted in other areas. All right? So I'm going to call the girls up one by one. And the only thing I'm missing today are the medals that I normally present to the girls. Those didn't come, but we got something special we're going to do to present the award medal to the girls later. So our first awesome girl for 2018, and as I call your name, you can just, and are we ready? You got your bag? You can just come to the front and get your bag and line up here in the front. Our first awesome girl is Miss, I think it's Janae Canoe. And actually, I'm going to ask Janae to step to the stage because, step to the stage. I do want to mention, and you can come around. Come on through, come on through. Yeah. Janae was nominated by Miss Angela Carswell from the Positive Arts Movement. And this is what she had to say about Janae. She said, I would love to nominate this awesome girl. She's beautiful with a big heart and a bright spirit. She genuinely cares about making the world a better place. She was invited to perform at the National Discovery Showcase in Charleston not long ago, and I continue to work closely with her acting and her monologues. I see the value in teaching young girls how to speak life, and Janae does that so well. So Janae actually has a piece that she wants to do real quick to show you guys a little bit of what she does in terms of speaking life. Welcome, Janae Canoe.
I didn't think I had a choice. I didn't think I had any verse to
Tania was nominated by Miss Talicia Bryant. And it says, Tania is a 14-year-old Atlanta native. She's an honor roll student and is an active member of the Fairburn Teen Empowerment Group and a part of the Fairburn Parks and Recreation Track and Field team. To define her in one word is sunshine. She is just the epitome of vivacious energy. Some of her strengths include dedication, compassion, consideration, self-motivation, and she's an extreme emphasis. Tania is very inquisitive and goal-oriented. Her career aspirations include becoming a criminal defense attorney and eventually starting her own practice. She has already identified the schools of her choice and has already created her own plan to achieve her goal in terms of paying for it financially. How many kids got a financial plan? I like that one a lot. There's not a task that she sought and hasn't reached. You have to know her to love her and truly understand her. Welcome to the Awesome Girls, Tania Eubanks. Our next awesome girl, welcome to the stage, Camille Brown. All right, Camille. Camille was nominated by Miss Lanita Mitchell-Blackwell, and it says, Camille is described by many as a musical wonder. Camille amazed her parents when she wrote her first song at age 1. Wow. She has been classically trained as a violinist since age 5 and has the remarkable ability to play anything that she hears. By age 10, she began teaching herself guitar, piano, and drums in order to help with her songwriting. Wow. She is a talented producer and arranger who plays and composes songs in the genres of pop, jazz, blues, R&B, gospel, and contemporary Christian. She has served as a team member of the Metro Youth Symphony Orchestra of Atlanta and worship leader at her church. She enjoys playing for parties, weddings, and special events. She's a member of the National Honor Society, and she's a big believer in speaking out about bullying so that other children won't have to go through that. This is what Lanita said about Camille. Camille is a beautiful spirit and a lovely young lady. I met her a couple of years ago, and I truly believe she is going on to do really great things. You guys, welcome Camille. Our next awesome girl, welcome to the stage, Kalia Johnson. Kalia was also nominated by Ms. Talicia Bryant. It says, Kalia is a 16-year-old Atlanta native. And this is her motto, if I can believe it, I can achieve it. Right. She's a member of the Teen Empowerment Group. She's a junior cheer coach and it works as an after-school program as an assistant. She maintains an A average in all her classes and loves math and science. Kalia is the true definition of a leader and a role model for younger generations. When it's time to step up to a call of duty without hesitation, Kalia is ready and available. She is excited for her future. She has already taken the PSAT and aligned her goals to become an architecture engineer. She realizes there is a great need for women in non-traditional fields and follows her mother's journey of STEAM education. She is the future of our children having dreams of becoming. Welcome, Kalia. Our next awesome girl, welcome Miss Lauren Strong. Lauren was nominated by Chef Ashayla Wright and Dr. Akira Wright. They call her Chef Lala. Are you still 16? She's a 16-year-old entrepreneur that has her own catering company known as Lala Sugar and Spice. She has been baking since she was 6 years old and started her company in 2016. She was the 2017 Junior Atlanta's Trailblazer Awards recipient. Lala loves making creative cupcakes that bring flavor and life to the palate, such as her, and this is some interesting flavors, maple bourbon cupcakes, chicken and waffles cupcakes, berry, chocolate Oreo, and strawberry filled cupcakes, and so many more. She has won multiple junior competitions and has been a vendor at the Atlanta Ice Cream Festival for 2 years. Chef Lala has also been honored to provide service as the Chef of the World event for 2 years. You guys give her a hand. And our last girl, welcome to the stage, Atanya Williams. Atanya was nominated by her mother, Latasha Holden. She's a youth leader. Says Atanya started speaking out against violence at the age of 12. She became an author at 15 years old, and now she uses spoken word to speak out about different issues in the community. She's published 2 books, one called Call on Me, and the other one, Answers from God. She's a spoken word artist that has received awards from the SCLC. She was first place at the Youth Speak Out contest. She also won first place at Hank Stewart Foundation Youth Talent Competition. She has a nonprofit that she started called Kids Loving Life. She started this to encourage and motivate kids in the 5th grade to accept themselves, love life, and to motivate and boost their confidence. She knows the transition from middle school can be intimidating, so she wanted to help them on that journey. You guys give Atanya Williams a hand. Now this is where the fun begins. Normally I present medals at this time, but we're gonna move on. I want to mention, first of all, I get kind of excited about this part, because this is the part nobody knows is going to happen. But we do have some gifts from the girls. One of the things that's very important to me is these girls not only be honored on today, but we create community partnerships and relationships that will further their dreams. So I reached out, as I do every year, to people in my circle, business owners that I know, community activists that I know, and I asked them to donate things to our girls. So now I'm going to read out the list of donations of what's been donated to these girls. First of all, we have 3 amazing, awesome girl sponsors that financially sponsored these girls. One, of course, is Miss Anita Mitchell-Blackwell with Leading Through Living Community and Bold Favor Magazine. Then we have Miss Jackie Madison with Glamour Girl Fitness, and Michelle G. out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She's the host of the Be Inspired with Michelle G show and owner and operator of Peace in Nature. So let's give our cash sponsors a hand. We have some other things, and this is in every girl's bag, all right? We have from Miss author Loie Chambers. She sent a copy of her book, Longing for Dad. Then from author Richard Burke, he sent copies of his affirmation book, Affirming My Greatness. And for the 4th year, and this is a tradition, Representative Valencia Stoll has always taken my awesome girls to the Capitol for a private tour. So we're going to do it again this year. And this year, we're going to present your medals at the state Capitol. All right, we're going to go bag by bag, because each girl's bag is specific to her. All right? First of all, in Janae's bag. Janae, you have been gifted an interview on the Focus Forward with Robin show by Miss Robin Shockey. Y'all give Janae a hand. Robin Wright, raise your hand. This is Robin Wright with Modest Media. And if you guys have ever heard of the show Dead in Hip Hop, how many subscribers y'all got now on Instagram, on YouTube? Say it again. 320,000. He is a media person for them as well. Well, he has gifted you, Janae, with a photo shoot. So you can use those professional pictures to promote your image. Y'all give Rod a hand. All right, Janae, we already seen you do a little something here on stage. Raise your hand, Journey Portis. Journey Portis is a writer, a spoken word artist, and the host of Cheaper Than Therapy at Urban Grind. And she has agreed to feature you at her youth edition over at Urban Grind. Y'all give Janae a hand. In Tania's bag, Dr. Marquita Blaze of the Dr. Marquita Blaze Show has gifted you with an interview on her show. Give Dr. Blaze a hand. Tania, from me, Regina Sunshine, I have gifted you with the opportunity to come back and guest co-host the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And these last 2 I'm so excited about. So y'all know Tania wants to be a criminal defense attorney. I had two amazing Black women criminal defense attorneys that have agreed that you can come to their office. One's going to let you shadow her for the day. The other's going to come and just have a conversation with you about what it takes to be a criminal defense attorney. One is LaDawn LBJ Black Jones, former state representative. And the other is Ms. Latrivia K. Johnson. Y'all give her a hand. All right, Camille, you ready? All right. To Camille from Dr. Marquita Blaze, the host of the Dr. Marquita Blaze show. She has gifted you with the opportunity to come and guest co-host her show. All right, to Camille, and she just left. You saw her earlier, Miss Tina Bridges. She is also a photographer, and she has gifted you with a complimentary photo shoot. All right, Camille, you're going to meet her a little bit later. Raise your hand, Wanda Hollis. Wanda Hollis is our Woman of the Year, and she has a show called the I Am Enough talk show. They are doing a live on the air open mic event coming up, and she has gifted you with an opportunity to perform live on the air on her show. And this one is bigger than I can say it is, because you don't really know this guy. His name is Terry Moore. He worked for Billboard magazine. He has huge connections in the music industry. He's worked with anybody you can name. He's MC Light's cousin. They're in partnership in business. He's worked with, my goodness, if I start naming people, y'all will know everybody he's worked with. So he knows everybody you can know. And he has agreed to sit down with you and talk about your music career and see what connections he has in the music industry that he can hook you up with. You guys, give him more hands. And I promise you, when you go start seeing the records and stuff on his wall, and everybody he knows, you'll understand how huge that is. All right. All right, Kalia Johnson, you ready? All right, Kalia. Number one, you've been gifted with an interview on the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, I know you want to be an architecture engineer, and one of the biggest leading STEM educators in the country, she travels all over, Dr. Marquita Blaze, we mentioned before, has gifted you with a one-on-one STEM and STEAM consultation to talk about your career and everything you can do to make sure you're successful. Y'all give Dr. Blaze a hand. And one of my favorites, well-known host here in Atlanta, Jason J. Boy Carey from IBNX Radio, has done things with the Hawks and the Falcons and some of everybody. He's hosted on the Tom Joyner Cruise. He's hosted at Essence Festival, where he has gifted you with an interview on his show. Y'all give Jason J. All right, Lauren Strong, you ready? All right. First of all, a good friend of mine, Mr. Gregory Ruffin, the founder of the nonprofit Education Economic Development Service, has gifted you with a free vending space at his next event. Wow. Regina Sunshine, here on stage, has gifted you with a live on-air cooking segment. We're going to shoot a live on-air cooking segment here in the studio. Lanita Mitchell Blackwell, the CEO of Living Through Living Community, has gifted you with a feature article in Bold Favor magazine. And last but not least, celebrity chef Jennifer Booker has agreed to have a one-on-one session with you to talk about your catering business and your career to make sure you're moving in the right direction. Y'all give her a hand. All right, Antonia, you ready? All right. And Tanya, from me, Regina Sunshine, I have gifted you with a complimentary vending spot for any of my events in 2019. Wow. All right, this past year in Atlanta, we had the first ever Atlanta African American Book Festival. It was amazing, right? Those who were there, it was amazing. And the founder of that book festival, Mr. Farai Caldwell, has gifted you with an interview on his podcast and a complimentary vending spot at the next Atlanta Book Festival. You have also been gifted from Ms. Lanita Mitchell Blackwell, CEO of Leading Through Living Community, a feature article in Bold Favor magazine. And last but not least, a good friend of mine, Miss Brandy Hunt, host over at the new television network, the Now Network, has gifted you with a television interview on her show. Y'all give her a hand. Those are all the gifts from outside, but I have one special announcement for all the girls that are here. And for every girl who's ever been an awesome girl. 2019 is our 5-year anniversary for Awesome Girls. So we're going to separate the girls' awards from the Curvy and Confident. And we're going to do an all kids award, from kid hosts to kid DJs and everything in 2019. But what makes that even more special is I am launching the Awesome Girl Project. And our first official project will be the I Am an Awesome Girl collaboration book. And every girl that has ever been an awesome girl will have the opportunity to write and be published in the first ever I Am an Awesome Girl collaboration book. And we will launch that book at the 2019 Awesome Girl Awards. My final word to the girls is this. We've honored you today, not just for all the things that you've done, but as a reminder of all the great things that are to come in your lives. You guys stand to your feet and help us celebrate our 2018 class of Awesome Girls! Awesome, you guys can be seated. I can return to your feet. Y'all see why that's my favorite part? I love it for the parents there, but they just think they're coming to get an award and go home. So parents, in each girl's bag, there's contact information for every business owner that I've mentioned. They're expecting to hear from you. So as soon as possible, reach out to them and get on their calendar and give us feedback. Let us know, how the experiences go. If somebody wants to make somebody write a report, I would like that too on how it went, and maybe we can publish that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring up the next presenter. Actually, it's performers. We will bring to the stage right now the amazing and talented Divine Rhymes and Desmond Champion.
Greetings, everyone. How we doing? Let's try that again. Greetings, everyone. How we doing today? We need a little bit more energy. I'm saying clap it up one more time for those amazing young women. So, that is interesting. My name is Divine Rhymes. I'm a spoken word artist from the west side of Chicago, living here in the city of Atlanta. Atlanta, city boy from country art. This is my very good, dope brother. He goes by the name Desmond Champion. We're going to entertain y'all with some live music and poetry. Y'all like the sound of that? Yes. I can do really better than that. Y'all like the sound of that? Yes. So everybody good? I'm trying to think, should I use the mic or y'all? We can do this thing like this great acoustic, real chill, intimate set type thing. That's cool with y'all? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. black queen, you be blacker than molasses and champagne glasses. Your lips thicker than calluses on hands of men with mustaches. How tragic. The melanin in your skin tells me how your past is. You are the epitome of beauty, baby, the definition of what having class is. We tend to get jet lagged for traveling across your atlas, the meat of the land. Girl, my, how big does the rear end get sometimes? The giver of life. We admire the full bloom of your womb in every moment that passes. You're never kissing the tail end of the masters. Baby, you're more educated than college grads. You're stronger than a Mayweather's power jab, strapped with a 357 mag. You couldn't match the black woman with 7 blunts in a Prada bag.
Come on now.
So black queen, you could go hashtag that. You know you be like that pounding force for civil rights. Keeping one fist in the air for when the Panthers reunite. Black symbol, black gold. Harry's Black Railroad that's blacker than Black Sambo. We are Malcolm X tactical queen. You know you are a Phoenix radical. A love that is ruby and Aussie's magical. And Obama's Michelle is powerful. Black woman, you be a mouthful of my grandma's homegrown cooking good. Come on, man. Leaving that front porch light on so kings like ourselves, we would find our way back home to you. But we don't roam with you. Besides us, there is a throne for you. Simply black woman, we only young. My black queen, you be everything and every prayer praying for everything that you naturally embody.
As I sing this song for you, I hope it flows through your ears straight into your into your heart. Though I'm not close to you, oh, I hope you feel the pressure, the embrace, the warmness of my love. Oh, see, I know it's been a while since we talked, but I want you to remember this one thing. I'll always love you, no matter the circumstances. And I got to let you know, I got to let you know. Actually presenting an award to an amazing, beautiful, special woman, teacher, mother. Oh my God, she's just amazing, you know. She has an event called Cheaper Than Therapy, and I've actually been there a few times. I've been there a few times, and the energy there is so beautiful. Like you feel free. You feel free, you know. A lot of times we don't have those type of places that we can just go to and just be ourselves, you know. Somewhere where we can just sit back and cool it and relax after a long day, you know. And I just want to say thank you. I really want to say thank you, because I remember the first time I met you, the first time we actually had a conversation, and it was just so genuine, and I felt like, wow, this is someone that I can trust, someone that I look up to, and actually, like, you know, someone I love, you know, that I can call on whenever. But she also put me in the place whenever I'm, you know, out of line, you know what I'm saying? So I just really want to say thank you so much. And again, y'all give it up, y'all give it up, y'all give it up. Start clapping right now.
my makeup. I spent an hour on this. You guys are not going to make me mess with my makeup. I wrote a couple things down because I didn't want to forget what I felt like I needed to say. First of all, Regina Sunshine, thank you for being a vessel of light and love. You are amazing. So thank you for this honor. I am truly, truly humbled. You all give it up for Regina Sunshine. If you have to take pictures, my Spanx doesn't work from this side. Thank you, darling. As women, we are often minimized to titles. Titles of mother, titles of aunt, wife, lover. And though all of those things are amazing, sometimes we forget to be women. I forgot. I got married at 19. I stayed married for 19 years. I have 2 beautiful kids. But I wasn't happy. I walked away from a beautiful home, 3 cars, 2 salaries, to find myself. I thank my husband then for loving me enough to let me go, to help me find my woman, because I didn't know who I was. 15 years ago, my mother passed away. It was very sudden. We weren't expecting it at all. And after going through her things, I found her journal. My mother was a complicated person. She was bipolar. She was addicted to opioids. My father was an alcoholic. I grew up in the projects. I grew up in a time where you stayed married because you stayed married. That's what you're supposed to do. And though I don't advocate divorce, I had to do what I needed to do for me. In my mother's journal, my mother, this big, beautiful, gorgeous woman, hazel eyes, freckled face, she was gorgeous. She wrote the words grotesque. She wrote the words monster and ugly. I decided at that moment that I was going to live my life doing everything I can to make myself happy. That life is far too short and far too amazing for me to just settle for mediocre. You can't settle for just mediocre. I had no idea what God had in purpose for me. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. I never lived alone. I had never been alone. It was just me and my 2 kids. And I was forced to stand on my own 2 feet. In life, we have to make choices. There's no way of getting around that. But what my experiences have taught me is that I don't have to be confined to those choices. You don't have to be confined to those choices. People change. We grow. And therefore, your dreams can change right along with you. Being confident and curvy is a choice. You have to make that decision each and every day. You cannot afford to waver. You were built to be strong and resilient. And you always have to be cognizant of the fact that there will be others who will place their insecurities on you, who will try to make you feel as if you are lesser than. Please know that you are worth more than you can ever imagine. Grab hold to it. There is absolutely nothing that is keeping you from accomplishing everything that you never even dreamed was possible. Never ever think that just because the scale says one thing, that you have to be another thing. You are great and beautiful just like you are. Body magic, spaced up. No one cares. Because at the end of the day, what matters the most is what you see in that mirror each and every morning. Remember, It is a daily walk. It is something that you cannot ever, ever stray away from. We all have insecurities. Be secure in the fact that God put you here for a reason. That God put you here for a purpose. Own your woman. Own the scale. Own your confidence. And be curvy with it. Thank you. Very good.
Keep this thing rolling. The next category is leadership. Y'all give it up for Robin Shockley.
I have been given the honor to present the award for Miss Brandy Hunt, and I'm going to read her biography, which is amazing because I cannot say enough about this lady and try to remember everything. But please take heed to everything that I read, because if you're not connected and you don't know her, you will want to get connected and know Brandy. Author Brandy Hunt is the founder of Publish You, a publishing consultant firm that provides publishing services, one-on-one coaching and development, and a touring workshop to assist aspiring authors. Brandy is also a domestic violence survivor, community activist, leader, motivational speaker, and lover of high heels. She lives by the words, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Brandy is passionate about living a purpose-filled life. Her desire is to live on purpose for God, in pursuit of His will for the rest of her life, and help other women do the same. Coupled with her passion for God, people, and business, she has launched a daily Facebook live video called Rush Hour Revelation. It is amazing, where she teaches people principles of God to apply to both life and business. From that platform, God has blessed her to have her own national television show that will be shown on the Now network called Journey to Success. Her testimony, which is penned in her first 5 books, dealing with the hand that I was dealt, is one to truly be admired. From pain to purpose, from victim to victor, she has triumphed and overcome many obstacles, including rape, molestation, and grief in her lifetime, and is gracious to God that she lives to tell about it. Her life motto as an author, God is ultimately the author. I am merely the pen, writing His story on the walls of His kingdom. Brandy is an amazing person, and she's not able here to receive this award, but I want to say a few things about her because she is a personal friend of mine. And how I met Brandy Hunt was through the television. It is amazing because she was on Channel 16 in Greenville, South Carolina. That's where we're from. And I was flipping through the channels by accident one night, and I saw Brandy's face, and she was talking about her book, Dealing with the Hand That I Was Dealt. And it talks about her story, and it is so amazing because it breaks down of every category of her life, of everything, where her father committed suicide when she was like 13 years old. And she goes into telling about the stages of her life. And so when I watched that show, I didn't know what connection that we would have. So I didn't see or meet Brandy in person till 2 years later. I was receiving an award in Greenville, and she came up to me and she said, "Hey, Robin," and I said, "Hey, I didn't even realize who she was." She said, "I'm Brandy Hunt," and I said, and I was so excited because I followed her on Facebook, but we actually didn't personally connect. Since then, we became great friends. She's been on my show. She's an amazing woman. She is actually, she didn't mention it here, but she's actually an actress too. So she performs and she's comical. She's hilarious. And so I go and support her shows that she's in. And it is just a privilege and an honor to be able to present this award and receive it on behalf of Miss Brandy Hunt. So congratulations, Brandy. I love you very much, and thank you so much for being a special friend to me. And thank you, Miss Regina Robinson, for allowing me to be able to present this award and take it back home to Brandy.
We're gonna make this work. We ain't gonna just pay this man. We only got 3 more, y'all. Hold tight. The next category is government and politics. Put your hands
Afternoon, everybody. My name is David Good, and I'm actually here to present an award to my very, very good friend, District 66 representative from the House of Representatives, Miss Kimberly Alexander. I first met her probably back in 2010 when she was actually doing work and doing accomplishments with the NAACP. Then she decided to run for office. I believe she made a decision in 2011, but she ran in 2012, and then she won that one, and she's been winning every single time since then. When you ever hear winning, that's the person you need to look at. In the dictionary, if you look it up, there should be a face of this young woman there. She is actually a great mother. She's a great person just to be around. Whenever you want somebody to fight for you in the House of Representatives or right here in the local neighborhood, that's who you turn to. A lot of times you hear politicians just being politicians. They'll say what they think that you want to hear. She'll tell you the truth. If it can't be done, she'll say, you know what? I'm gonna work hard on it, but don't expect 100%. I'll see what I can do. Anytime there's an event that I should go to, she'll call me up. Hey, David, you and Maisha need to come to this. I know Maisha's gonna be at one event, you're gonna be at the other, but one of you two gotta make it here. And she always makes sure of that. And right now, if you guys have seen what's been going on politically, Stacey Abrams, or if you look at Lucy McBeth, Stacey Abrams, as a young black woman, received all those votes. Even though she didn't win, she still received up to a certain portion. No person's ever received that, but that all started with this young woman, Kimberly Alexander. She won in a district where they weren't even expecting her to win. In fact, they thought so little of her at that time is that they bickered between each other to find out who was going to represent the 66. She came out, and she came out on top. Not only because she's a black woman, but because she has a love of community, as she proved with the NAACP. She has a love of people just by her everyday walk. You can ask her son, Pharaoh, who I know very well. He'll be able to tell you, if you see her, you'll see Pharaoh, because she has instilled leadership in him, and he has those qualities. So and now, please welcome the Curvy and Confident Award winner for Government and Politics, Representative Kimberly Alexander.
Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Thank you, my son, who always comes with me to everything. So I started this journey in 2012 when I decided to run, and I was working for corporate America. I was working for the Coca-Cola company and decided to run. Prior to that, I was an advocate in the community. Anytime it was concerning somebody else's son, it didn't have to be my child, I was that advocate. So I did that for some years. So when this seat opened, I decided to run, and my opponents outspent me, raised more money, but I was a person that actually became that legislator. I actually made history in Douglas County. I became the first African-American to hold that seat, but I also became the first African-American to hold the seat in Paulding County. So I'm the only African-American female in Paulding County that holds this seat. And so every year, for the past 3 years, I've always had an opponent, and they've always outraised me, and I've still outbeat them. I've won. And so I thank the community for that. Thank you, Regina, for moving to Douglas County and having your station here. It's in my district, so definitely appreciate that. I'm just honored. It's always great to receive an award, but as a public servant, we don't do this for that. We definitely want to there are some of us that are really some good people out there. We want to represent the people that we serve, and I hope that I continue to do that for my district and my constituents. And so I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Y'all give it up for her. Give it up. Give it up. There we go, DJ. Now you're working. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Never trust a DJ with a do-rag. He might not be ready. I'm just playing. He gonna get me after this. I'm a comedian. He know I'm gonna mess with him when he wore the do-rag. I can't wear mine, so come on. Y'all, we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Next category, we got Curvy and Confident Woman of the Year, presented by Amber Lyons. Give it up for her.
I can reach the mic, y'all. I'm like vertically challenged, so I'm gonna have to take this down from here. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I know we've been here for a minute, but I just wanted to just be able to have the opportunity to, first of all, say thank you to Miss Regina Sunshine Robinson for asking me to be up here to actually be the surprise award presenter for my sister and friend, the motivational queen, Wanda D. Hollis. I am so elated to be able to be here with her today, and it's so funny. She didn't know I was coming, and we bumped into each other outside, and when we came in, I was signing in, and they asked, was I her +1, and she just said yes. I couldn't tell her in front of them that I was actually presenting her award. So I want to say thank you to Regina. This is an amazing event. I've been blessed today. I've actually laughed. I've enjoyed everyone's testimonies and their stories, and I congratulate all of the honorees on today. And Wanda D. Hollis is more than just a motivational queen. First, before I even talk about her, Regina Sunshine, I want to thank her for actually still continuing the work that she's doing. She actually honored my son, who was slate in 2015 at the Georgia State Capitol at the Young Bosses Award, along with some other young gentlemen that she honored. So she's still doing this great work, and it's amazing. Can we just give her a hand? Because this is just awesome to be able to acknowledge and recognize people. Motivational queen, Wanda D. Hollis. What can I say about this woman? Well, she's a mother, she is a friend, she's a motivational coach, she's a media personality. We met, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I've been here about 7 years. And we met shortly after my son and I relocated here. And she was actually my moderator at my first domestic violence and teen dating violence awareness rally. My organization is called From Pain to Purpose, and she was our moderator. We connected prior to that at another domestic violence awareness event, and we have just been running ever since together as sisters. She is the host of the I Am Enough talk show, which was on Instinct Radio. Now it's on Status Network, and I've been a guest there with her. She actually hosted my son is an artist, St. Even, y'all check him out. She hosted his listening party a couple of years ago at Instinct Radio on the I'm Enough talk show. That was a phenomenal event. She actually motivates. She takes men and women and helps to shape their future, their destiny, into not what she's saying it to be, but what God has already said that it is for them. She gives them the tools and equips them to be able to walk into their purpose. And I'm just grateful to be aligned with her. One of the best things that have come forth out of our relationship thus far is that my son and I have just celebrated with her. I came with receipts. We celebrated being co-authors with her. She is the visionary of Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. My son is the youngest author in the book. He's 20 years old, and we are a mother and son team, manager and artist team, and we work with 20 other authors and Wanda as the visionary of this book. And this book that I brought today, Regina, we're gifting to you. I want Wanda and I to both sign this and give it as a gift to you for all that you're doing for everyone else. But Wanda D. Hollis is most deserving of the Woman of the Year award. And I am so honored to be able to be here today to present this award to the Wake Up Winning Queen. She has a live broadcast on Facebook, Wake Up Winning. She motivates, she coaches, she does all that she does in media, the I Am Enough talk show, the Wanda D. Hollis television production. What else can I say about this queen? Wanda D. Hollis is my sister and friend, and I love her. Won't you celebrate the Woman of the Year, Wanda D. Hollis? And she fly. Looking good, girl. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. First, let me thank God for me just being able to wake up this morning and stand here and take a deep breath of life. And Regina, thank you so much. She sent me an email, then I didn't open it, and she sent me a message saying, did you open your email? And I was shocked. I cried. I was thrown away because, you know, in our life we do things and we don't do it looking for recognition. We just do things because God tells us to do it. And I'm just filled. This was a big surprise because, like she said, we met in the parking lot, and the person that was supposed to come with me, they had a migraine this morning, so they weren't able to make it, and I just said, yeah, she's with me. But she wasn't with me, she was with them. But she is with me, you know. Let me just tell you a little bit about who I am and where I come from. I'm a transplant from Detroit. I've been here since '98, and I came here because I needed a fresh start. And I always said that, you know, I didn't want to be born and die in the same place, so I had to get out of Detroit. And I left there with my 2 kids, and at that time I had a Sebring convertible, and we had 2 bikes, and we lost 1 bike on the way down here. But I still got the 2 kids. So since then, I have 5 grandchildren. I am a proud granny. And you know, the best thing in life is the people that you serve and the people that are connected to you. And I always tell people that is the #1 commodity is in people. So I invest a lot in people, and I always have. My ancestors is the reason why I stand today because of the things that they taught me. Someone was talking about grandmothers and the people, the community that we serve. So with me, my grandfather had one of the first service stations in Detroit, and it was a Shell gas station. And I watched him employ all of our family members, and everybody relocated from down south to up north, and I watched everybody come through our homes. So it's no surprise that I am who I am today, serving other people, because I like to see people's visions come true. I love to see people go after their dreams. And if anybody come around me, they know that I'm gonna say, how can I help? You know, how can I bring this thing to life for you? And I'm gonna push you forward, so be careful, because you might not wanna share it with me, because I'm just gonna help you grow. Out of the project that Amber's talking about is our latest book, which was a collaboration, Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. Yes. And that is something, a seed that was implanted in me a long time ago, but the book came to fruition because the 3 people that are most closest to me, my mother, my grandmother, and my grandfather, all left in 2018 within 5 months from each other. And I found myself at a place writing 3 obituaries, picking out 2 caskets, picking out an urn. And I did this because of their spirit that never dies and that was pushing me and elevating me to go ahead. And at December the 31st, when my grandfather said goodbye, I'm out of here, because his bride left on the 3rd, I said, what's next? Now I could have chose to curl up in the couch, but instead I decided to keep going because of the momentum and everything else and my dreams and my visions that I had, so I had to keep going. And then birthed this book. And this book is so powerful because it gives so many rich stories, and it gives so much of the connection of how we all have our stuff that we go through. And it's not what we go through, it's how we come out of it. So I just want to thank Regina so much, and thank every single person in this room, these beautiful children, these powerful, awesome girls, because you know, for every woman, we are still awesome girls, and we just want to celebrate together. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you, and remember that you are enough, and continue to wake up winning no matter what. Because losing
is not an option.
Because losing
is not an option.
Because losing
is not an option.
Y'all need to stand up and say that like y'all really, really mean it. Because see, I know somebody is maybe on the edge and they don't really feel it. So let's say it again. Because losing is not an option. Thank you.
Y'all had a good time today? Y'all ready, huh? Because losing is not an option. And that's what I kept telling myself. Losing is not an option. I appreciate that, but you should have really brought out Brick House with the hair. You supposed to came up here. I was kind of disappointed in the walk-up, but losing is not an option. I really wanted her to do the whole little dance. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got our last thing before I go. Of course, I'm going to do my little plug. You know what I'm saying? If you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you guys can follow my journey. I am comedian Jen Thomas. It's G-I-N Thomas. Jen like the drink. I am actually on the Cat Williams World Tour. We're actually taking a break because he got some things. We're going to pray for him. But I also have my own shirt line. I also have an organization called Big Girl Nation. And a couple things. I always tell women, because when I'm on the road, I hate women with low self-esteem, so I'm trying to change it. I say, girl, let me tell you something. Don't let no man tell you you got to lose weight, you got to work on yourself. If you do, you turn around and look him in the eye and say, baby, I ain't never been fat. I'm gravy thick. This is my line. And if you ain't fully gravy thick, because some of y'all don't want to admit you got a little rose, you can be thick-ish then. That's my other line. So, hey, make sure you support and make sure y'all follow my dream. I'm trying to be out here with no child support. I need your prayer and I need your support. Y'all give it up. The next category and the person who's going to close the show and the person who put this thing together, somebody I love and appreciate. Regina Sunshine is coming to present. Come on.
All right, the final award of the day is special. It's really special to me. It is named in my grandmother's honor. My grandmother passed August the 14th of 2016, and she was amazing. The biggest giver, the biggest lover that I can imagine, and I wanted to do certain things to continue her memory. And so we have the Elizabeth Allen Alford Overcomers Award. And it's being awarded to Miss Janmitra Waddell. And she calls herself, and y'all gotta catch this, the Live Past Crazy Specialist. Did y'all get that? Yes. The Live Past Crazy Specialist. Janmitra is an award-winning and Amazon's international best-selling author of Fearless Woman Born to Give Thanks and Transition to Freedom. She has had the opportunity to share the screen with the late actor Tommy Ford in the movie The Last Time. Janmitra is passionate about sharing why she is the only Live Past Crazy specialist. She says, there is no better place to be than right here with me. Janmitra is a strong advocate for women that are victims and survivors of domestic violence. As a former preacher's wife, she speaks candidly about the issues of domestic violence and abuse, with emphasis on empowering individuals who are victims and survivors of abuse. She believes that educating and bringing awareness to the community. She truly believes survivors are the teachers who can carry the message of education and awareness and empowerment to the families and communities. Janmitra is founder of Be Fearless Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that aids women to transition from thinking they're a victim to being a survivor to being an overcomer. At age 40, she instantly understood that she had to start being who she was born to be, a leader, a teacher, a trainer, a thought creator, a rebel. Don't y'all love that? I had her on my show, and she told one of the most amazing stories of survival that I've ever heard. It's got to be a movie. It has to be a movie, because the things she talks about, y'all think this couldn't have happened in real life. So you look at this woman that has overcome so much and is standing here past crazy, helping other women to do the same. You guys stand to your feet and welcome our Elizabeth Allen Alford Overcomers Award winner, Miss Janitra Waddell.
Her little picture was so cute. I was like, I gotta talk to that lady. And she was just so friendly, and we became instant friends. So thank you so much for having me and having me on the show. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I am a survivor of domestic violence. My abuser was the pastor of my church. And so it's kind of hard to pray when your husband's beating you in the church office. So I go and I tell my story of abuse, of how life can be crazy, but you can live past crazy. Because if I can survive eating once a day, using a bathroom once a day, not seeing my family, surely the goodness, the rest of us can overcome crazy. So I share my story of how to live past crazy, blueprint of the things that you can do every day that can help you get past that. Because I'm a firm believer, if you keep thinking it over and over and over again, you're going to stay right there. You're never going to move past it. And so you have to have a good mindset. So there's 5 keys to live past crazy. The first one is you got to be quiet. Because if you're not quiet, you cannot hear the answer. I'm a firm believer, and my family will say, Mama, you think you're always right. But I may be right for real on this thing. That there is never a problem that doesn't already have the answer to it.
That's right.
It's just that you have to be willing to do the work of the answer.
That's right.
And so if you're not willing to do the work of the answer, you're going to stay in your problem. And so the first step is you got to be quiet. Because if you think about it, you wake up, you get you ready, you get the kids ready, you fix breakfast, you out the door. On the way to work, you talk to your mama, your sister, you get to work, you talking to people. On the way home, you listening to the radio. At lunch, you're talking to people. And when you get home, you fussing at the kids, the husband, you get people ready, you do homework, you cook. And before you know it, you sit down and watch TV because you need some me time. And then you're like, Lord, I'm going to pray tonight. Lord, thank you. And the next thing you know, it's 6 a.m. the next morning. And you haven't been quiet enough to hear the answer. And some of us, we know the answer, we just don't want to hear the answer, and we don't want to do the work of the answer. And so the second thing that you have to do, and I'm a firm believer of quotes, is you've got to find some words that resound with you, that make you feel empowered. One of the quotes that I absolutely live by, the first day I left my abuser, I'm a nerd to my heart. I love the library. And so the first thing I did is I went to the library and I sat in the corner. And I told my girlfriend, don't come over here, just let me sit here. And I love to smell books. If you're a true nerd, you smell the books. Like you open it up and that first scent of a page, that's the best smell in the whole world. So I sat there, I was like, let me sit here with the books. And I just sat there with the books and I read these words. It says, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. And when I was going through with my abuser, because no attorney would represent me, and I had to learn the laws of North Carolina and represent myself, I had to remember that even though he told me I was stupid, fat, and ugly, I still had 2 degrees, so surely I wasn't as dumb as he thought I was. And so when I focused on what I did know, the answers for everything else came. So you need to find some words that will help you get past that. The third thing is you need to pick a journal. I'm a firm believer in writing down, because if I hold on to it, I'm going to keep carrying it with me. So when you write in your journal every day, there's an amazing thing that happens. When you flip the page, you leave it there. And you don't have to pick it back up because you've left it on those pages. The fourth thing you have to do is you got to develop new rules to you. So I do a class on how to do those new rules to you. it is not being selfish to tell somebody the standards to be your friend. It is being selfish when you accept whatever they give you. That's being selfish. So develop those new rules to you so you can tell people this is where I am and this is where you have to meet it. Now you got to do the work to keep it there, because you know that sister, friend, boo thing, man, they're going to try it every second of the way. And you got to stand firm with those new rules. But the amazing thing will happen is they're going to meet those rules and they're going to come back and they're going to come correct. And then number 5 is you got to have a daily mantra. So if you ladies, if anybody got their phone, this is how I close out one of my workshops. If you have your phone, gentlemen, put it on your little selfie so you can see yourself. And this is my daily mantra because I've been depressed. I've been in that dark place. I've tried to kill myself, and I tried to kill myself, and Jesus locked the window. I was like, how? I couldn't even get the window open. I was like, well, I'm trying to do something, and you blocking me. So I've had every experience. I tell people I am not a counselor. Please get counseling help. It has saved my life. But I do understand every aspect of from being depressed to overcoming. So one of the things that I do when I'm feeling bad, so my kids know when I come in the house and I put my hand up and say, I can't do it today. I go in the shower, and the shower is my safe place, and I stay in there until I feel better. And then when I'm standing in the mirror, on those days where I carry a mirror in my purse, wherever I go, in my car, at my desk. So on those days where I'm feeling sad and blue and I'm having a pity party, you know, we can have a good one some days. I break out my mirror, and so you guys repeat after me. I look good. I look good. I feel good. I feel good. I am good. I am good. So you say that every day. So what you'll find, and all you guys are laughing and smiling, what you'll find is when you're having a bad day, you break out that mirror and say, I look good, I feel good, I am good. You're going to start giggling just a little bit. You're going to giggle a little bit, and it's going to change your day. So I invite you guys to join me every morning. I do a Fearless Morning show on Facebook Live at 7:15. Where we talk about how to live past crazy in your life and your finances. Because you ain't got to stay in crazy. If you stay in crazy, it's because you want to stay in crazy. And so we just try to share some tips to help you get past that. Thank you, Miss Regina. Thank you to everybody. I've enjoyed the show. Have a great day.
We have a brief interruption that's very important, and so I want to take a moment to say a few words, but then also we have a presentation for you, okay? Everybody loves Regina, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of this woman behind the scenes. This woman chose a girl from a small town who was just trying to make her way in life. She had no idea what my story was, but I saw her at a vendor event, and we crossed each other with our eyes. And our spirits connected. This white girl, and we became harmony. Family. Amazing. And so therefore, she believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And she had the brand, Get Your Sassy Back. She helped me get my sassy back. She didn't know until this year that I was going through domestic violence. And I kept pushing forward and kept pushing forward, trying to be everything that everybody wanted me to be. But she kept telling me I was a winner. And she kept telling me to believe in myself. And we connected over the years, and we stayed in touch. She not only was my close friend, and we lived in 2 different states. She was not only my close friend, but she became my mentor. And she didn't even realize how much of a mentor she was. And today, she's not just my friend, my mentor, she's my coach, and she's my family. And I love you so much, Regina. You were so amazing, because if anything, anybody can push somebody to come out of their pit into purpose, it's Regina Sunshine. Yeah. With that being said, we have a special presentation from a very special lady that's in the house that you took the time to honor today. And she is going to present something that only she can do so well. We're going to have Miss Kimberly Alexander, State Representative 66, to come up and present something to you.
but this is a special House resolution that comes from the Georgia House of Representatives, and it reads, whereas Regina Sunshine Robinson has long been recognized by the citizens of this state for the vital role that she has played in women's empowerment. And this proud North Carolina A&T University Aggie, who earned her bachelor's degree in chemical engineering, is the CEO of Regina Sunshine Global Network, parent company to everything Regina Sunshine. And whereas her global network includes EWATE, a woman's empowerment organization whose main purpose is to empower and encourage women to be all they were created to be, to fulfill God's perfect plan for their lives, and whose slogan is, will help you get your sassy back. And whereas Regina is the gifted author of Regina Sunshine's State of Mind, 7 Keys to Help You Get Your Mind Right, and Lessons from My Grandmother's Lap, contributed author to Chicken Soup for the Souls, Curvy and Confident Edition, and editor-in-chief of Bold Plus magazine. And whereas she is also a motivational speaker, talk show host, empowerment coach, corporate trainer, and math instructor, and the recipient of multiple awards, including the most valuable resource 2017 from the Jewel Jackson McCabe Emerging Leaders Institute. Whereas her acclaimed talk show, the Regina Sunshine Show, on both Comcast 24, People TV, and the Regina Sunshine Global Network provides a weekly dose of the Regina Sunshine State of Mind. And whereas Regina's personal motto is, it's not over till I win, and she wins when she sees others winning. And whereas the annual Regina Sunshine Curvy and Confident Award ceremony provides women with the opportunity to gain empowerment. And whereas it is abundantly fitting and proper that the outstanding accomplishments of this remarkable and distinguished Georgian be appropriately recognized. Now therefore be it resolved that Regina Sunshine Robinson is recognized and commended for her numerous contributions to women's empowerment, and extended best wishes for continued success. Representative Kimberly Alexander.
Yay!
Now, she didn't know I was putting this together because I was trying to figure out, typically what we do is we ask for a bio. So I didn't want to ask her for a bio, so I reached out to Renita and I said, listen, I want to get her something, don't let her know, don't tell her, so don't ask for a bio. So I just kind of had to piece it together. So I hope I served the purposes right here with everything that is contributing to you, and I appreciate you. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Alexander. Thank you to everyone in the room for being here and supporting everything that is Regina Sunshine Global Network. It is our goal to be a change, a force for positive change in the community. It is always my purpose that when people encounter me, they don't leave the same. And I hope that when you leave here today, you go out and you make an effort to be that change for other people, because I believe that that's what we were sent here for. I tell people I've been loved a lot in my life, and I know why, so that I have that love to give to other people. So I thank you all. We can't end this without doing positive affirmations, because that's who I am and that's what I do. And so everybody stand on your feet. As you're standing, a big shout out again to our vendors. You guys give our vendors a hand. Please see them before you leave. To our sponsors, Bold Favor Magazine, Leading Through Living, Lanita Mitchell Blackwell, my personal business coach. And to everyone who has volunteered. All my volunteers, raise your hand. I know you're running around everywhere. I tell people all the time, I'm surrounded by some amazing people. And I'll say this about Regina Sunshine Global Network. One of the things we're doing out here is we're creating a creative space for people's dreams to come true. If you're a part of my staff or if you're a volunteer, one of the things we ask you when we have our weekly post-production meeting is, what are your dreams? What are you trying to do? How can we as a team support you? And we sit around and we brainstorm together about each person that is present. It's our goal that when you come through these doors, we catapult you. We help you be, we're a catalyst for you to go out and do great things in the world. So if you're looking for a place to grow, if you're looking for a family that love you and support you, come hang out with us here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. Does that sound good? Yeah. Repeat after me. I was born to win.
I was born to win.
I am more than a conqueror.
I am more than a conqueror.
I was created for greatness.
I was created for greatness.
I was born to be victorious.
I was born to be victorious.
I will achieve my dreams.
I will achieve my dreams.
I can be anything I choose.
I can do anything I choose.
I can do anything I set my mind to.
I can do anything I set my mind to.
I am a champion.
I am a champion.
I am worthy of the best things in life.
I am worthy of the best things in life.
I am worthy of the dreams in my heart.
I am worthy of the dreams in my heart.
I am worthy of living a great life.
I am worthy of living a great life.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
How'd that feel? It's the truth. Part 2, get a partner. Turn to somebody nearby real quick. We're going to quickly do what I call partner affirmations. One of the best things you can do to encourage yourself is find someone else to speak life into. There are people walking by us every day that are hurting, and all they need is somebody to smile at them. Take a moment, love them, hug them, tell them God loves them and everything is going to be okay. Does that make sense? All right. I want you to look at them and say these words. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? God loves you just the way you are.
God loves you just the way you are.
You are beautiful because you were created in love.
You are beautiful because you were created in love.
You were fearfully and wonderfully made.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
You have the seeds of greatness within you.
You have the seeds of greatness within you.
You were born to live a victorious life.
You were born to live a victorious life.
You are brilliant.
You are brilliant.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Talented.
Talented.
And fabulous.
And fabulous.
You are worthy.
You are worthy.
Give yourselves a hand. Thank you again for being here. It blesses me so good. We'll be announcing soon when we'll be taking the awesome girls to the Capitol. If you want to join us, all you got to do is get on the list. Everybody listen real quick. If you want to join us when we go to the state Capitol, I'll put out an announcement. You should let me know and put your name on the list, all right? My parting words to this is my personal motto. Everybody listen real quick, real quick. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed, keep winning. Thank you.
Enjoy the music I played so far today. Those of you who are sticking.